Hi, this is Mr. Man explaining the Inky puzzle. So the first thing to work out is how big is the grid. This is a 4x4, so every row and column will have the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4, like a Sudoku puzzle. The next thing is to look at the numbers and the mathematical symbols. So for example here, the 6 with the time sign means that these two squares here, the numbers you put in those squares will multiply to make 6. The only confusing one, I suppose, is the slash sign, which stands for divide, which means these two numbers here, one of them divided by the other one, the answer will be 2. Okay, let's see how we might go about solving a puzzle like this. Well, the first thing I notice is the 8 with the multiplication sign means that these three squares multiply to make 8. And I look at 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I think, right, which three numbers will multiply to make 8? And because they're in the same column, they've got to all be different. I think it's fairly obvious that's 1, 2 and 4. But I don't know what order they go in. But I do know that 3 is not involved. So this is a 3. Then you've got the 2 with a minus sign, which means that the difference between the two numbers is 2. The only possibility there is 1. The next place I might look is across the bottom row. So I've got a 3 and a 1. I know there's going to be a 2 and a 4 in some order in that bottom row. I don't think I can use the 4 to multiply to make 6, but I can definitely use the 2. So it must go that way around, and 6, as we know, is 2 times 3. Where should we go next? So let's look at the 7 with a plus. I've already got a 4, so the other two numbers will have to add up to 3. And the only possibility there is 1 and 2. I can't put the 1 there because then there'd be two 1s in the same row, column, beg your pardon. So it must go like that. And now I can fill in the third row with a 4. Let's see what else we can do. In the third column, so here, I've got a 1 and a 4, which means there's a 2 and a 3 left over to put in that column. I don't think I'll ever get a 3 in here. I don't think 3 divided by something is going to give me the answer 2 in this particular puzzle. So that must be the 2 and that must be the 3. And you can probably fill in the rest yourself in your head. I'll do it quickly for you. 2 with a minus, that's got to be a 1. 2 with a divided by, that could here, this square here, could either be a 4 or a 1. Because, 2 divided by 1 is 2, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. But the only number that's missing from that column is a 4. And the rest of it you can fill in just like a Sudoku puzzle. You look at this square here and you think, well, it's got to be a 3 or a 4, and there's a 4 over there on the right. So that must be a 3, and that's a 4, and that fits with the 1 with a minus sign, because 4 take away 3 is 1. And lastly, the 8 that we started with must be a 1 and a 2 missing, and I look at the row over on the right here, there's a 4, a 3 and a 1. What's missing from that row? A 2. And what's now missing? A 1. There you go, that's how to solve an Inky puzzle. I hope you enjoy them. Thank you.